Welcome to my little corner of the internet, where we celebrate creativity and growth. Welcome to another exciting video, where we'll be shedding light on typographical error. A typographical error, often shortened to typo, also called a misprint, is a mistake such as a spelling or transposition error made in the typing of printed or electronic material. Historically, this referred to mistakes in manual typesetting. Technically, the term includes errors due to mechanical failure or slips of the hand or finger, but excludes errors of ignorance, such as spelling errors, or changing and misuse of words such as then and then. Before the arrival of printing, the copyist's mistake or scribal error was the equivalent for manuscripts. Most typos involve simple duplication, omission, transposition, or substitution of a small number of characters. Fat finger typing, especially in the financial sector, is a slang term referring to an unwanted secondary action when typing. When a finger is bigger than the touch zone, with touch screens or keyboards, there can be inaccuracy and one may hit two keys in a single keystroke. An example is buckled instead of bucked, due to the L key being next to the K key on the QWERTY keyboard, the most common keyboard for Latin script alphabets. In the next phase, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of typesetting and exploring its real-world applications. Historically, the process of converting a manuscript to a printed document required a typesetter to copy the text and print a first galley proof, familiarly, a proof. It may contain typographical errors, printer's errors, as a result of human error during typesetting. Traditionally, a proofreader compares the manuscript with the corresponding typeset portion, and then marks any errors, sometimes called line edits, using standard proofreader's marks. Moving ahead, let's uncover the hidden gems within typing and discover their significance. When using a typewriter without correction tape, typos were commonly struck out with another character such as a slash. This saved the typist the trouble of retyping the entire page to eliminate the error. But as evidence of the typo remained, it was not aesthetically pleasing. Correction fluid was invented to hide the original mark and allow the typist to correct the error almost invisibly. Word processing software all but eliminated the requirement for this solution. As we venture forward, let's take a closer look at social media and its impact on our understanding. In computer forums, sometimes a visual representation of the ASCII backspace character was used to erase intentional typos. Be nice to this fool gentleman, he's visiting from corporate HQ. In instant messaging, users often send messages in haste and only afterward notice the typo. It is common practice to correct the typo by sending a subsequent message in which an asterisk is placed before or after the correct word. Let's now shift gears and explore textual analysis through a critical lens, uncovering its strengths and weaknesses. In formal prose, it is sometimes necessary to quote text containing typos or other doubtful words. In such cases, the author will write to indicate that an error was in the original quoted source rather than in the transcription. Welcome to the next segment, where we explore scribal errors and its significance in our journey. Scribal errors received a lot of attention in the context of textual criticism. Many of these mistakes are not specific to manuscripts and can be referred to as typos. Some classifications include homogluten and homokey skipping a line due to the similarity of the ending or beginning, haplography copying once what appeared twice, ditography copying twice what appeared once, contamination, introduction of extraneous elements, metathesis, reversing the order of some elements, unwitting mistranscription of similar elements, mistaking similar-looking letters, the substitution of homophones, fission and fusion, joining or separating words. With our foundation established, it's time to explore biblical errors and its relevance to our overarching theme. The Wicked Bible omits the word "not" in the commandment, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." The Judas Bible is a copy of the second folio edition of the Authorized Version, printed by Robert Barker, printer to James V.I. in 1613, and given to the church for the use of the mayor of Totnes. This edition is known as the Judas Bible because in Matthew Judas appears instead of Jesus. In this copy, the mistake in the red circle is corrected with a slip of paper pasted over the misprint. The spotlight now falls on intentional typos as we delve deeper into its details. Certain typos, or kinds of typos, have acquired widespread notoriety and are occasionally used deliberately for humorous purposes. For instance, the British newspaper The Guardian is sometimes referred to as the Grannier due to its reputation for frequent typesetting errors in the era before computer typesetting. This usage began as a running joke in the satirical magazine Private Eye. The magazine continues to refer to The Guardian by this name. Typos are common on social media, and somatic as puned and zom have become in jokes among internet groups and subcultures. Pern is not a typo but an example of obfuscation, where people make a word harder for filtering software to understand while retaining its meaning to human readers. In mapping, it was common practice to include deliberate errors so that copyright theft could be identified. Welcome to the next segment, where we explore typo-squatting and its significance in our journey. Typo-squatting is a form of cyber-squatting that relies on typographical errors made by users of the internet. Typically, the cyber-squatter will register a likely typo of a frequently accessed website address in the hope of receiving traffic when internet users mistype that address into a web browser. Deliberately introducing typos into a web page or into its metadata can also draw unwitting visitors when they enter these typos in internet search engines. An example of this is Gogolicum instead of Googlecom, which could potentially be harmful to the user. Let's now venture into the realm of typos in online auctions and explore the fascinating intricacies it holds. Since the emergence and popularization of online auction sites such as eBay, misspelled auction searches have quickly become lucrative for people searching for deals. The concept on which these searches are based is that, if an individual posts an auction and misspells its description and a title, regular searches will not find this auction. However, a search that includes misspelled alterations of the original search term in such a way as to create misspellings, transpositions, omissions, double strikes, and wrong key errors would find most misspelled auctions. The resulting effect is that there are far fewer bids than there would be under normal circumstances, allowing the searcher to obtain the item for less. A series of third-party websites have sprung up allowing people to find these items. Now, let's delve into the intricacies of atomic typos and explore its various aspects. Another kind of typo, formerly called an atomic typo, is a typo that happens to result in a correctly spelled word that is different from the intended one. Since it is spelled correctly, a simple spell checker cannot find the mistake. The term was used at least as early as 1995 by Robert Tarry. A few illustrative examples include no instead of no, clear instead of nucleario instead of your Sudan instead of Sudan, leading to a diplomatic incident in 2005 between Sudan and the United States regarding a nuclear test code name said instead of United States of instead of they. And many more. For any of these, the converse is also true. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this video.